Well, good afternoon and a very hearty welcome to you all. Another year. It's the start of it again, and once again it starts with the BLK Silver Boot.
Just quickly, I'd like to once again thank Rob and his team for the excellent job they've done in putting this competition on. Last year was our first year involved, and going from 3 teams last year to 7 teams competing this year, it's been really good for our brand. All the best for the competition coming up, and all the best for the season ahead.
I'm here with Jimmy Anderson from BLK, sponsoring this week's event. So, Jimmy, tell us about BLK. This is your second year with the Silver Boot competition.
Yeah, BLK's second year in the Silver Boot competition. We set up a national football strategy 2 years ago with a big emphasis on getting the brand BLK around the country. We're based on the Gold Coast. Queensland was our primary target. There was no better competition than the Silver Boot as Queensland's premium pre-season competition, and for us to be involved with this last year was excellent. And the amount of clubs we've signed from last year to this year is tripled in size, and a lot of that is down to the Silver Boot. So looking forward to our second year and kicking on for year 3 as well.
What's the BLK? What does that stand for?
BLK stands for Beyond Limits Known, and I think that's pretty much a good acronym for what we do.
Hi guys, I just want to say thanks very much to Rob and the team here at the Lions. We're a proud sponsor of the Lions this year for Linebreak. Linebreak's a compression brand, been around since 2002. I'd also love to have the opportunity to talk to the other teams and managers and players about our brand as well. We currently sponsor 3 A-League teams, as well as Queensland Reds Rugby, NFL and America teams, Liverpool wearing our products. So we've got a great product that I'd love to share with a lot of the teams here. But good luck this year, and we look forward to being part of the journey with you guys, and look forward to some great games. Thank you.
Linebreak do.
So Linebreak's a global compression sportswear brand. We provide players product to recover and train in, and all our R&D and research is done on recovery for the players, giving them the extra 1% in training and recovery. So it's a global sports brand we've had since 2002, and we're a proud sponsor of many international global teams, including the likes of NFL in America, the Queensland Reds here, 3 A-League football teams, the Lions, and many other teams through Australia as well.
And why would someone choose a Linebreak product over some of your competitors?
Yeah, well, Linebreak, we've been working on the brand since 2002. We've spent many years in development and working on the product, making sure that we've got the right fit, the right design, the players are getting the recovery benefits that they need, because it's all about getting on the park the next day. And we've got some great endorsements. We've got the British Olympic team have worn the product, the Welsh soccer team travel in our product, and they are great endorsers of our brand. And we work very hard to make sure that we're giving the players the right product.
Now the participating clubs are Albany Creek, Brisbane City, Capella Bar Bulldogs, Eastern Suburbs, Gold Coast City, Holland Park Hawks, Gold Coast City, Western Pride, Lions FC, Logan Lightning, Mitchelton, Olympic FC, Redland United, Rochedale Rovers, Southwest Queensland Thunder and Western Pride. These are your 16 clubs for the 2016 BLK Silver Boot.
So, Bruce, we've just seen the draw. You happy with how it panned out?
Yeah, it's got good combination of teams we know a little bit about and teams we don't know much about. So, it'd be good for the boys to play against all that type of those type of sides.
And what will the Brisbane Strikers be looking to get out of the BLK Silver Boot competition?
I think we're looking. Kevin will be looking to get some legs into the boys, give them some game time, and work on some combinations with a number of new players coming into the club this year. A bit of an emphasis on youth, and try and see how those combinations work, and maybe work out where some of the best positions are for some of the players. So, yeah, be looking forward to it.
Nick, I saw your Facebook post during the week about a very hard training session. How soft is the modern day player?
They're a little bit softer than they used to be. They don't make them like you and I don't think, these days. But we worked pretty hard this week, so I'll give a little bit of credit where credit's due. But yeah, there was a lot of boys whinging after training Thursday night. So 3 hard days this week.
And what are you looking for out of this tournament?
We're looking to do well. We've targeted this as something that's important to our pre-season, and performance. If results come with performance, we'll be happy. Obviously, performance is probably more important than the actual result itself at this point in the season. So, if we can get our performance with results, that would be rather pleasing, and we'd like to go quite well. And then we know that we'll have a pretty tough pool. Normally, Tuesday night pools are pretty tough.
Roger, Leo's obviously away today, so tell us about the Silver Boot and what Mitchelton are looking to get out of it this year.
Yeah, so we've got Coach Leo back on board this year, obviously, and 18s reserves and top team having a trial match at North Pine this afternoon, so he couldn't make it. But yeah, he's preparing the squad really well for the year. A couple of new signings, and as usual, we're just looking to test the waters in the Silver Boot, and just see how it goes.
Jim, what are you looking to get out of the BLK Silver Boot competition?
Oh, look, the Silver Boot, we've been in it since day one, and we always find that a good comp have good strong games, and we'll see where our players are at before the season starts. So it's a great comp. We love it.
Holland Park, newcomers to the block. Welcome to the BLK Silver Boot competition.
Yeah, it's good to be here, and we're looking forward to it.
What are you trying to get out of the competition? What are the factors that are going to be important to you?
Well, I don't think we're going to win it. We got quite a lot of new boys in, so it's all about getting used to each other, getting the fitness up, and preparing ourselves for a tough season in the BPL.
You've had a short pre-season with you being away overseas. Is that a concern, or are you just going to be using the tournament to just get running through the legs of your players?
Yeah, look, a slight concern because normally I'd have the lads in for at least a couple of weeks in December, but they're smart lads. They should really be looking after themselves over the Christmas period, and I think they have done by and large because they've come back on Monday quite strong. So yeah, I think January is all about fitness, and then the last couple of friendlies, you tend to look for performances more than anything.
Some exciting signings at Redlands. You're looking forward to a big season?
Yeah, I think it's our retention that's probably been our key factor, is that we haven't lost a lot of players, so we've retained a lot of players. But we needed to add one or two players to our squad, which we've done so, and they've come in and been part of the group, and they've done really well. Yeah.
And what's important for you to get out of the Silver Boot?
Oh, just some excellent pre-season competition, which this is obviously, and enables us to look at what we're trying to do. Obviously, we have a certain way we like to play, and it enables us to implement those plans in against high quality opposition.
So, Scott, what are you looking for out of this tournament?
It's a good tournament. It's good for pre-season, good for the boys just to get minutes in them. We did quite well in it last year, making the final against Easts, but it's more for us just trying to get minutes in players' legs and try and get everyone ready for round one, really.
Is it a matter of just getting the legs turning over, or are you trying to establish your shape and your strategies and your philosophy on the team?
Yeah, it sort of just depends on what players we get into the sort of formation we'll play anyway. But I mean, as I said, last year we did well in the tournament, but come in the final, Todd Garver did his calf and ended up missing the first 6 weeks of the season. So I suppose for us, it's making sure people are fit enough to get through the season as well, not just to do well in the Silver Boot. Obviously, we want to do well in it and try and pick up a little bit of prize money as well and get the boys ready for the season. But it's more making sure they're ready for round one's a big thing for us. And you obviously get quality games in here as well, so looking forward to that.
Welcome back for another year. What are you looking for out of the Silver Boot?
Definitely I'm looking forward to get a better preparation for upcoming season. And the last year probably we haven't had a great performance on a Silver Boot, which we try to develop our performance for upcoming Silver Boot. And that's a great competition, that's a great tournament, which definitely can help us, not just myself, other coaches as well, to develop their players, develop the performance, and prefer to have a better show on the park for upcoming season.
And what are you looking to get out of the tournament?
I just like any pre-season tournament, we're just looking to sort of get the players, get some miles in their legs, get them out there on the park. We've got a fairly new squad. We've got a lot of new players come into the club, so obviously getting those combinations to start to gel will be great. I think Cozzy's looking at pretty much looking at his formation and who's going to play where, obviously gearing up for the first game of the season. So.
And how's the Cozzy effect been at the club?
Yeah, it's been great. He's a funny guy. He's been great for the club from the profile point of view. We've got a lot of new sponsors on board at the club, and a lot of people want to get involved with this, especially with the senior football. So having Cozzy on board's been great. He's been very good for the club.
What are you looking for out of this tournament?
Obviously, for us, if we weren't coming here to win it, I was saying we weren't coming here to win it, I wouldn't be doing my job. But for us, it's just 3 good games of good quality opposition under our belts. Boys getting fit, learning the way we're going to play the game for the season, and getting prepared for the season.
You excited about the players that you've brought to the club this year?
Absolutely. Obviously, as a club, we had a bit of a clear out. Some boys left of their own accord. We decided to not renew a few of the contracts, and it's a very, very young squad. But we'll be well organised. We'll be fit. Some boys have come in from MPL experience, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Great. Gold Coast City, new title, new attitude with the team.
I think so. Start off fresh with a new name and a new squad. So this is a perfect competition to start with.
And what are you looking to get out of the tournament?
Oh, look, it's just a case of getting everyone to gel. It's very early on in the season, but getting everyone some game time, playing some good quality opposition, and hopefully that turns it into a good start for the season.
Very stable team. I noticed you haven't lost too many players.
No, pretty much everyone that was involved in our run towards finishing second in the competition has returned. So we've added a few, in the process of adding a few to that squad. So I think all I'm hoping will be competitive, as I said.
Do you think that'll be important, that stability coming into this tournament?
Oh, absolutely. The team know each other. They know how we're trying to play, work well together. There's good harmony in the team, so it'll count for a lot, I think.
You were just telling me you've been going since November. Got some young guys coming through that are showing a little bit of talent?
Yeah, we've had a big change over at the club. We've lost a large number of our older boys, and essentially our under-18s BPL side from last year has become our reserve grade. And the first team we've sort of retained most of our players. And there's a couple of young boys around, but I'm not going to say their names yet, don't want to put them under a bit of pressure. But no, we've got some good kids coming through, so we just have to wait and see how they perform.
And what are you trying to get out of this tournament?
Match fitness essentially, but also to start putting some tactical set pieces and also some shape defensively in particular. We conceded a lot of poor goals last year during the season, so there's a few things we want to work on in our shape. And it gives us a good opportunity, and hopefully the draw, which I know will be tough, will certainly be under a lot of pressure, which is a good thing.
Ross, we've just seen the draw. You happy with it?
I think so, yeah. It's overall, I think it's a good draw. Lions East won it last year, so it'll be a hard game for us, but the group itself, I think, should be tough, but not that tough. So I think, yeah, it's a good draw for us.
And what are you looking to get out of the tournament?
I think it's still pre-season, so we'll still be working on a few things. So we started our training Tuesday night, so we'll be a little bit underdone fitness-wise, but I think that'll be everyone overall. But obviously we want to win it, but we'll still be working on a few things to get to where we need to get to for the start of the season.
A lot of age in the goalkeeping ranks.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit long in the tooth, but he's putting in at training, so he's doing really well. So I think Mooney's pretty happy with where we're sitting at the moment. So yeah, I think he'll keep him around one more year.
Happy with the draw, I think, and the first game will be interesting for us against Ipswich tonight, so looking forward to it.
And what are you looking to get out of the tournament?
Oh, look, we've got a really new squad this year, a really new-look squad. We've got a couple of visa players that have come in. We've recruited quite well over the off-season, so it's really about seeing how the team gels, I suppose, and seeing how the players fit into their positions. And so it's it'll be really interesting for us, but it's a very, very new squad, so probably, I don't know, half a dozen players from last season, but we've probably got in, 10 or a dozen new players in the squad, so it's going to be a real test for those guys, I guess.